my presentation is titled Flex and Fridays, where I'll be dealing with issues of flex and Fridays. And I've got Wallace to help narrate a little bit throughout this presentation.
Flex and Fridays English 2010 presentation by Michael Chernov of the Bloated Oysters.
Yeah. All right. So some things that inspired me to have this topic was that like during this year, remote Fridays, I think like everyone would agree. I think in my survey it was like 95% of the people said they enjoyed remote Fridays and they were like, really beneficial for everyone. And the concept of flex period, that was also new this year. I think the concept of flex period was something like people have been asking for a long time, but like the actual execution throughout this year, like no one liked flex period, like at least less than half did. And this is like something not really unique to this school year, but has been like something I've been thinking about a long time, like throughout high school, is that students don't really feel properly rewarded for their efforts. Like they don't feel like what they're getting out of high school is equal to the effort they put in. Let's see, so yeah, from my survey results, I got surveys from everyone just at Brighton High School, regardless of grade. These are some of the most notable ones I noticed. Say about like 40% of students, like even with flex period, they still said they couldn't find like sufficient academic help, like with their struggles with school, like maybe they had a question or a concern about a class, they still couldn't find help. And that from like this second one was about like the students' perception of how teachers value flex period. They said that the teachers don't value flex period either. Like maybe the teachers don't put in enough effort, or the teachers don't think it's a good concept and they've given up on it, or the teachers just go along with how their flex period acts in general. Like maybe they notice the teachers don't think the students care, so they don't care either. And about 70% of students do not feel properly rewarded for their academic efforts. So that just kind of goes along with our previous problem. We got another narration here.
Wow, those are some interesting and revealing survey results.
Yeah. Okay. So my overall goal, this is my overarching theme of my project, was to make sure that students are properly rewarded for their efforts, and by we can remove flex period and keep Fridays. Is like a lot of colleges do this, I know. And in my interview with the teacher I interviewed, she said that a lot of teachers have been kind of lobbying for this for a long time, was to transform Fridays into like a permanent office hours day, and students only have to come to a specific class if they're not passing that class, above C+. We got a little narration for this one as well.
Crikey, what an appealing goal. I wonder if he has a 3-part action plan to support it.
I do have a 3-part action plan to support it. The first objective is to remove flex period from the schedule and add the 40 minutes to each class period. So the following bell schedule would look like that. I mean, classes would be 69 minutes instead of 61 minutes. Lunch would be about the same time. You get out at the same time, start at the same time. So this would be for each of the 4 days we're in class, there'd be 40 more minutes in a day. Or you'd add 32 minutes per class per week. And then, I have another one. How about that?
40 more minutes of class per day? That sounds like a lot of extra time in school.
It's actually not, because we're not coming on Fridays if you're doing well. So Fridays would be a remote day. No assignments would be given out because we're having the extra time in class. Assignments can be given out then. Work on homework on, like maybe a project is assigned on a Thursday. That's kind of in the next objective. If you don't have a C+ in a class, you'd be required to sign up for sessions. So basically like the overarching like theme of this is like we're gonna have on Canvas, you sign up for a session if you're not passing a class. Each teacher would be holding 3 sessions a day, maybe for different classes they teach or different topics they want to talk about. It's really fluid for what the teachers want to do. And I think keeping Fridays remote was really beneficial for kids like throughout, regardless of COVID, whether we have it or not. Like I interviewed my little sister, she goes here, said that without remote Fridays, grades would be considerably lower, and that was kind of something I noticed in my survey results as well. A lot of people said that it really benefited them. And this is in a study by Georgia State University, Latina Emerson said that she studied like about half of school districts in Colorado already use this system, and of those school districts that have the 4-day weeks, a lot of test scores were actually like significantly higher in certain subjects. I think it was like elementary schools especially was what's expected the most. I think high schools weren't necessarily much different, but at the lower levels, like more free time, it was really beneficial to the kids. Let's see. So Fridays could be used to expand extracurricular activities. I know a lot of kids maybe don't participate in extracurriculars just because of the time. Like if it's after school, maybe you have a job, you have something going on. Fridays could be a day to like have close club activities. It might promote like further participation, school spirit, stuff like that in class. And teachers within a department, you could have like, I don't know, say the art department. So one teachers could have like a work day or a makeup day for kids that maybe aren't doing so well in class or like require extra help. Another teacher could lead like an activity so kids could like go into something they maybe want to learn more about, like maybe not necessarily in the curriculum, but they're interested in a subject they want to learn more. It just encourages further learning and voluntary learning. And it also encourages like, instead of being in class on Fridays working in a traditional classroom setting, on Thursdays teachers can assign more project-based assignments, and maybe these can span days, weeks, however. But I interviewed my aunt, who's a commercial art teacher at Westlake High School. She said that project-based learning, and she didn't used to be a commercial art teacher, she used to be a social studies teacher. Said that even then, project-based learning was always more effective for her than like traditional in classroom, listen to a lecture, do an assignment, same day type of learning. She had to like encourage more motivation, got kids to like actually care about the assignments. So got a little sound bite again.
It's an engaging presentation. Now I would like to ask questions and shoot baskets. No for nothing.
Yeah. All right. Oh, these are my sources. One more.
Horses, I'm sure a lot of time and effort went into research for this presentation.
Yeah, it did. All right. So
Questions.
but let me explain the rules real quick. So as you might be aware, I won the Kahoot and received 5 points extra credit for this presentation.
It's true, you did. It's in my notes, yeah.
Yeah, what I'm saying here is if you ask a question, make a comment in this session here. If you shoot from the first row, make a basket, I'll give you 2 points of that extra credit. If you make it from the second row, I'll give you all 5. And if you make it from the third row, I'll Venmo you $5. Yeah, you have a question or comment?
Do you think that the extra class time from Flex should be given to maybe lunch, or should Flex just, instead of getting rid of it, should it be put before lunch or after lunch so then students have that extra time, as well as Fridays if they can't come on Fridays? They don't have like a ride or anything because of the underclassmen don't have cars and stuff.
Yeah, so that's what was the main problem was. I think like lunch, it could be incorporated into lunch if you wanted, but like I know there's a lot of requirements for like how much time you have to spend in class at any particular point, so it would be kind of difficult without having the time reincorporated back into actual class time, if that makes any sense. Alright, and would you like to shoot, you can move back.
Just
in
third
behind
row,
the-
$5?
Third row is a $5 one, yeah.
Sync it, please.
No one's gonna hit this, that's a really far shot.
That was so bad.
Alright.
I was
Anyone else?
hitting the
Katie?
ceiling.
So I know you talked about like having how in Colorado like the elementary students
Yeah.
like have this kind of schedule. What would you do to like combat the childcare problems and stuff like that? Because I know there's a lot of parents who rely on school to kind of be their childcare,
Yeah.
babysit their kids.
That's the thing, it's volunteer. I think with the way my plan is set up, this would be more of just for high schools, maybe not lower level
I've had
grades.
like really similar ideas. So that's
Yeah.
what I'm thinking about you.
So I think elementary schools and probably even middle schools, because I mean most middle school kids can't get around by themselves a lot. It would stay the same. This would just be a strictly for Brighton thing. So would you like to shoot or pick which row?
Alright. Yeah, this is gonna be really embarrassing. I'm just gonna go over here. I don't even want the extra credits. I want to try. Oh, yeah, that's what I said.
All right, next question. Rains.
So these kids that don't have a C plus, they have to go to these on Fridays, right?
Yes.
Are they gonna have attendance for those?
Yeah,
days?
so I don't know. It was kind of hard to fit my whole. This was pretty detailed in my action plan, but if you don't have a C plus, you'll have each teacher on their Canvas, or there'll be a different Canvas module specifically for these Friday sessions. You'll sign up for this, and there will be attendance for kids that aren't passing the class. They'll be required to sign up for at least one session of that.
Oh, okay.
See, and Sammy.
And then lunch.
Oh yeah, actually, let me let Anthony shoot.
Wait, no, before you do, right? Your dad was NBA, right?
No, that's a
Okay,
lie.
sorry.
That's a lie.
That's a lie.
Oh,
That's so bad.
All right, and now we can go. Same question.
Do you think teachers will like having the office days on Fridays?
Yeah, it seemed like from my interview, it seemed like a lot of teachers have been kind of lobbying for a plan like this for a long time. And it eliminates part of their Friday as well, because they'd only be teaching for 3 hours instead of the full 6, you know? And they think that helping out kids like individually is something that they maybe need to do more of anyway, but just don't have the opportunity and outlet to do so. Right, and would you like to shoot? Okay. From the third row? Second row? That's for all 5 points.
Oh, dang it.
I have the dribble with
Can I ask a question without shooting?
Yeah, one question without shooting.
Okay, so you said that there would be like an extra Canvas module and stuff and attendance would be taken.
Yeah.
Could you use that attendance taken to be, so like if kids had those attendance days that they needed to make up, could they come in and use
Oh,
those
yeah, like,
attendance days to make up
Anyone
the ones they
can
missed?
come in if they want to. Like they can come in. You have you can come into any session. You just sign up. Like capacity, obviously. would be an
Yeah,
issue,
but like would those days that you came in for those Fridays make up for say you missed a day or you missed a class?
yeah,
and
for
then
sure.
would-
Because
okay.
it's just a regular work day. It can make up for. It'd be considered just regular attendance at that point. Angie.
For the kids who like don't have like a C plus or higher, is it like a full day of school on Friday, or is it like?
No, because there's only 3 1-hour sessions. So the max they could do even is 3, and they'd have to pick whichever grade would be lowest to sign up for. And they wouldn't be, obviously, if they had 3 sessions signed up for already, they wouldn't be marked in their other ones. So, and would you like to shoot?
Yes.
And we'll go Chase next.
The third.
Alright, and Chase.
So like kids that have above a C plus, would they have to like sign up to come in too, or could they just show up whenever they want to talk to teachers? And stuff?
Well, they still have to sign up because teachers probably want to know what they're doing on those Fridays. And in my action plan, it said like they have to sign up by like after school Wednesday, just so teachers can have a plan of what they want to do. But anyone can sign up for anything they want to do if they feel like they need extra help. So you're trying to shoot.
Shot.
Would this be? How much time do we have? Should we just keep going?
We're running low on time. He'll take a shot, and then I'm gonna ask you a question so I can take a shot.
Alright.
And every point I make takes away from your extra. Oh.
Because you don't want to give out too much.
Don't even ask the questions, just shoot.
That's what I know. So where was the closest? Was it this?
2.
Yeah, you can go
That's 2
first row.
points.
First row is 2 points of extra credit.
You're past the line.
I'll allow it. He's not gonna do it.
Don't laugh at me. I didn't laugh at you guys. Give me this. I'll try for the second round. Hold on.
You trying to make fun of me.
I did make fun of you. My dad
Can I,
was
like, block it?
Hey, my magnet worked.
Can I try from third row?
Yeah.
You're the first one to even hit the basket.
Yeah.
Try
That's
sitting
one
down.
you teacher.
Honestly, sitting down might be easier. You can feel a
I
little
think the underhand. I think you were right.
Plus you're lower so you can
Yeah,
get more
that's what
dark
I'm
on
saying.
it.
You owe him
You
$5.
just hit the
I own a
Wait, just
T-ball
hold it.
machine at my house.
Just hold it.
Figured that was better.
Oh.
There you go.
Alright.
Should we do this?
So we all-
Yes.